Okay, let's go again. So my tiny producer called. She she's just being a baby about stuff, just started whining. So I had to take that call. Had to deal with her. I mean, she's ugh so rough. Anyways, let's get back to it. But first, okay, Michael Jackson. When I was somewhere around 2 or 3 years old, I was minding my own business, probably playing with my Mr. Potato Head in peace, when Michael Jackson's Thriller came on television. This was 1993. It's been a full decade since Thriller was first released, but they only showed three things on TV in the 90s: The Oprah Winfrey Show, TV shows about black teenagers going to live with their aunties, and uncles in Bel Air, and 13-minute long music videos, and Thriller fell in at least two of those categories. For whatever reason, my mother thought it'd be a good idea for me, our 3-year-old infant baby child, to see this video with my own two innocent baby eyes. She beckoned me over from Mr. Potato Head and innocently said, "Look, Matthew, watch the man turn into a big doggy." She figured, I guess, that I was 3 and my interests included dogs, bright jackets, and effeminate man, so maybe I'd enjoy watching Michael Jackson turn into what she affectionately believed to be a large, kind puppy. Of course, if you've seen Michael Jackson's Thriller, you know that this is a wild mischaracterization of what happens in the video. Dogs are friendly, and they are nice, and they lick your face. Michael Jackson does not turn into a dog. Michael Jackson turns into a jagged-fanged, yellow-eyed, contorted-faced werewolf who literally rips a girl to shreds. My mother made me watch that shit. The second his eyes turned into an angry yellow slits, I screamed like he had personally burst through the front door and leapt into my mother's uterus, or what was left of it, refusing to re-emerge for nearly 3 days. Some nights I close my eyes and I still see his face. And perhaps I would have forgotten this event had I not been for my brother, who purchased a rubber werewolf mask days later just to chase me around the house while I screamed for mercy. To make matters even worse, not long after this, my older cousin Nick tried to scare me into obedience with a story about a clown named Pennywise who stole insubordinate children in their sleep and forced them to work in underground labor camps. It didn't matter this was merely a bastardized version of a Stephen King novel. I believed it outright, and spent 4 straight nights without sleep, shaking uncontrollably, fearful that closing my eyes guaranteed my immediate kidnapping. This is all to say I entered adolescence scared not just by my mother, but also by my brother, my cousin, Pennywise, the child-stealing clown, and Michael Jackson himself. It should be no surprise that I'm fucked up. I spent most of early childhood fully expecting every person I met to transform into a wild-eyed beast who would kill me in my sleep. If they could get to me before the clown forced me into hard labor. Eventually, of course, I grew up, and those fears went away. But the fun thing about fears is that they're easily replaced with a bunch of new fears that are just as believable and overwhelming. Don't drive a car faster than 10 miles per hour, because you will crash and won't even be able to identify your body. Don't drink alcohol before you're 21, or your liver will tell your brain to become an alcoholic. You'll spend the rest of your life in rehab, where they don't even get all the TV channels. Don't get on airplanes, because airplanes are the #1 travel method of terrorists. And if terrorists don't kill you, it doesn't matter because the plane is going to crash on its own anyway. It's a miracle I make it outside of the house at all. So here we are. I'm now 26, which is at the age at which people start to assess whether you have your shit together, or at least whether you have the mental and physical capability for one day getting your shit together. It's the age at which people start categorizing your laziness as less of an enduring quirk and more of a problem the government will have to solve one day. It's when people start to wonder how long you really have before shit goes entirely off the rails and you end up in one of those people on the evening news who managed to live unnoticed in the basement of a Staten Island Burger King. And when the reporters ask you why you've been living down there all these years, and you ramble about trampolines and snow days and Michael Jackson and a demon clown. It's the age at which you should know what the fuck you're doing, regardless of how much the world fucked you up. And yet, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't date, I don't drive, I don't eat right, I don't exercise, I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't know how to dress myself, I can't remember where I left my remote, which should be the least of my concerns, but somehow it's the most upsetting. Now I know you're thinking, Matt, none of us know what the fuck you're doing none of us know what the fuck we're doing with our lives. And all of us have problems, and we're just meaningless sacks of meat wandering aimlessly around a rock that's hurtling through space. And eventually, that rock will slam into the sun, and the universe will explode, and none of this will mean a damn thing. Which is true. But also, I can't help but feel like the Italian boy behind the bodega counter is judging me every time I show up at 3 in the morning to buy a pint of milk chocolate chip gelato. He doesn't seem to care that the sun is going to melt the earth one day. All he seems to care about is that I only need one plastic spoon and no bag. Because he knows I'm popping the lid off this thing the second I walk out the door. So yes, I have no idea what I'm doing. Today, I went outside. I ate a sandwich and a muffin. I drank a chocolate milk. I took a long nap. It was a productive day. Join us next time.